am tall in my country.
But it looks like so basic country that there is no like. It doesn't look like it's to be rude, of course.
I don't care. You can say whatever you want. In what sense, very basic country?
I mean, I googled Guatemala people, and mostly there is no infrastructure or anything like.
What? Not what?
What's the worst? 1 second. Infrastructure? I think people live like basic life.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we do have a couple of big cities. It's not a super populated country. There are a lot of like countryside. But our city is very big, very modern. We have some of the best education in Latin America.
I mean, compared to who?
Latin America. And my university is the only libertarian university, I think, in the world.
In the world?
Yeah, the only libertarian university, and it's very well known university, actually.
I'm gonna Google. So I Googled the people. They're basically Indian mixed.
Google University is UFM, and put UFM Guatemala. That's the name of my university. UFM.
It looks like University of North Korea or something.
I don't know what universities in North Korea look like.
Or China. Holy shell, I think it's only one building, right?
No.
Damn. Francisco
Marroquin. Oh my God, it's so hot, Daniel. I have a shower. I can't do all this. Just need to finish preparing my.
Okay, you're kind of right. Top ranking for Latin America. Amazing.
What did you say?
Top ranking for Latin America.
What? I didn't understand the word you're saying.
Top ranking.
Yeah.
Ranking, sorry, for Latin America, especially
it's the best universities.
Recognized as the best Central America and hold.
Sam,
Okay.
are you in the circles of Mr. Anderson?
I hate that guy.
Do you?
Yeah, I think he always said the N-word, and he always said the N-word.
Many words.
But
He will say any word that is offensive to anyone. But he has this amazing that you have.
oh no, I learned that word from who was that? I met Pepe. He used to say that word, so I learned that from him.
Ah. Okay.
What? Sam also said the N-word all the time?
No, I'm talking about. He said amazing.
Oh, amazing! Yeah, yeah, we say that in that circle. That's amazing. That's amazing. That's a Randy word. I mean, he was the one making it. Did I tell you?
Now we have. Sorry, go on.
That I am about to be ostracized from that group.
Why?
Because.
With the Jews?
Yeah, I am too blind. I'm willfully blind to see.
Well, you choose the winning side, so good for you.
No, dude, but it's just ridiculous. Like, why cannot I make my own choices?
Because you're a woman.
Why is so bad with doing whatever I want? You don't have to like the Jews. I don't care if you don't like the Jews.
I don't like all the Jews.
Neither do I.
There are many Jews that I don't like.
And it's like they're under the impression that I like you guys because you're Jews. You know, if you weren't Jews, then I wouldn't like you. So that's your intrinsic value, that you're Jews.
Well, they hate us because we're Jews, so this is where it comes from.
But that's the thing, it's ridiculous. And it's like, yeah, well, you're all the time with the Jews. Well, it's not true either. Like, there are a lot of people
I think you only like
not Jews.
the Jews because they are the best in the market. Like, it's not like
No, I don't care.
if you think about it, the more smart communities, let's say in Clubhouse, because in real life they definitely are. Like, I've seen a lot of Jews. They're definitely way smarter than the average people that I know. Like, and I live in a
Maybe, but I hang
multicultural.
out with a lot of people that are not Jews. Like, look at the Bitcoin rooms. There are barely like 2 Jews there.
And barely to IQ.
And what?
And barely to IQ. That's Retard Clubhouse, no?
Which one?
The Bitcoin room.
No. Beta Clubhouse is the one with Randy and Lou and Mr. Anderson and Diego. That's what I call Retail Clubhouse.
Okay.
That's my part of Retail Clubhouse. Oh, I'm just about to finish to clean my house. This is amazing. But I need to clean the terrace and it's too hot. I can't.
So wait until it goes dark at 11, and then you'll have like 2 hours before it goes up again.
When is actually yesterday was the day, today's the first day of summer, right?
I think today or something. Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, it's the 21st. Or
The longest day of the year.
Yeah. Exactly. Looking at it 11 and then the sun comes out again.
And it was like Friday the 13th, right? When we could get there.
Oh shit! No,
Yeah, I remember that.
13 was last Friday. No. Oh yeah.
Ah, no.
The first day they attack, I think.
The
Yeah.
first day of the attack was Friday the 13th. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And actually, I was discussing that with Retard Clubhouse. I was telling them that 13 is my lucky number. Actually.
Yeah.
And I said, and actually, I was having a conversation with Daniel about this. I told them because I remember I said something about Friday the 13th, and then I said that 13 was my lucky number. That I always choose the seat on the plane, the 13. It exists. And you said, Daniel, that it's also a lucky number for the Jews.
Okay. It's a good number, not a bad number.
Yeah. There you go. Boom, boom.
There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna ask it because I didn't remember what date was the bombing.
Why midnight hammer? It wasn't on midnight, it was at 2
No, yesterday.
Yeah, but it was at 2 a.m. They should have
Was
called it
it?
night hammer.
I thought it was midnight. The U.S. was talking about midnight.
No, it was in Iran, it was 2 a.m.
I don't know. Oh my god. Well, I'm about to finish and then I think I'm gonna leave the... Well, tomorrow is going to rain, so why do I even bother to wash to clean my terrace today? I'll just clean it tomorrow.
Which part
Tomorrow might be
do
fresher.
you live in? Is that the Dutch one or the German one or the
The
French
German one, there is no Dutch one.
No, sorry, yeah. They said
There's
Dutch.
French, there is German, and there is
Yeah.
Italian. There is no Dutch
Did
one.
you start to learn Dutch, or you don't have to?
Yeah, you have. I mean, yeah, if you're getting the residence here, you have to speak basic German.
Hey, German.
I am now looking for my residence. Let's see if I get it. I'm not sure I'm gonna get it.
You know what? I was studying a course, and there is a lady from. She was young, basically. She was from Dutch Switzerland, basically, and she was so fucking hot. Like, she's so cute.
German Switzerland.
She's a bit of a retard. Yeah, they said Dutch Switzerland or something. Dutch Swiss, right?
Deutsch.
Yeah, so she lives in the German side of Switzerland. She speaks
We're
German.
here in Clubhouse?
No, I'm saying of course in real life. I got life, you know that. I go to courses and I go to work and I have friends and everything. So,
Do you have friends, really?
I do
I would
actually.
doubt it. Oh, Elena is there. Elena, come.
You know, come up, please.
My love. I haven't seen Elena in a long time. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm in German Switzerland.
She's talking about the guy who always records rooms, mentally and individually.
I don't know because I got my hands wet. What is she saying?
So she's saying, hello, John, or anonymous, or admin, or mentally unstable individual. No, you have admin. So she basically doesn't want to come to the stage because that guy is actually recording the song.
Oh, is he?
I don't know why.
Is he Edmund?
We're not sure,
Okay.
but she's thinking. She thinking.
I don't know. Streaming our very interesting conversation.
Yeah, when I see that guy in a room, I always leave. Like,
Why?
why?
Is he gonna
Why
kill
do you
you?
come-
Is he gonna?
No, it's kind of annoying. Like, you never know. Like,
You never know what. You are not in control of the things that you say.
I think so. Yeah, that's why I come to Clubhouse, like to talk
Then
whatever
why
I
do you
want to
care?
say. Because I don't want people in real life to listen to what I have to say in Clubhouse. That's the
Why?
whole point of
Are you
Clubhouse.
saying wrong things?
A lot of things that we say here, we're not allowed to say in real
No,
life.
I don't care. I say exactly the same things that I say here in my real life. So I don't have double life.
Okay, so if you go to work tomorrow and say, "Oh, all the Muslims should be deported," is
I
that
never
okay
have
with
said that. I wouldn't even say Clubhouse.
Do you like Muslims?
You
Yes,
mean
I'm into that.
deported? Yes, I don't care. Yeah, I say that. I don't care.
So you can say that in your work, and you're not gonna be fired.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then you're a CEO for the
Also,
company.
I work for myself. I don't have to.
Everyone's saying the same, Lisa.
What is everybody saying?
Oh, I work, I have my own business, whatever.
Yeah, I am a consultant. I don't have a boss. I cannot be fired.
No.
Because I don't bring my political opinions at work. Why should I?
Oh, so Elena, do you think he's actually recording this room? Damn, bro.
You guys give him so much power? Edmund, why don't you come with your real account, dude? That way you can talk to us. Put thumbs up and come with your real account. Hello, Edmund? Hello? Can you come with your real account? Is Clubhouse so boring that you're streaming these rooms? are saying nothing here. Done with this. I think I'm gonna go through a swimming pool. He really left, I know. He's afraid of Edmund.
You can't run away from Edmund. He's unknown. He's everywhere.
Exactly. You cannot run away from him. Why do people try to run away from him?
Give up. It's over. Once they hit this premium thing, the fight is over.
I don't even care even if he is like not a non.
You cannot fight it. You cannot kick those unknowns out.
Just embrace it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, at least he's putting it like when he's doing it, you know that it's him. But when it's unknown, you don't know who it is. You just assume that you're always being recorded and don't say shit that you don't wanna.
That's what I say like, at the very beginning. Exactly. It's like you are in control of the things that you say.
It's like they want free speech, but they don't want accountability. No, enjoy the free speech.
That's right.
Don't be a coward.
Do you clean your house or do you pay a Guatemala to come and clean it?
You know, Guatemalan, I would love to. Fortunately, no. We do that. With the quite excited today. Right, honey, I will go watch TV a bit as I'm kind of melting.
Hello? Shit, I was talking to you and I was on mute. What did you say?
Then I'm closing. I'm gonna like chillax in front of the TV.
Okay, let's close the room then.
Alright, talk to you later.
I'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
It had to be a certain action taken in order to minimize the threat to us and our troops. Yeah.
General, you say that General Carrillo increased force protection in Iraq, Syria, and Gulf for those areas. Were they given we're coming?
And if you can do more stuff there, all the more better. I'll join you. I'll also talk about it in my communities, which is more about helping people with English and communication. But anyway, thank you. Appreciate
Thanks,
it.
Arthur. Yeah, connect with me over there as well. Feel free to send it out. I'm going to pass it. Thanks so much, and please feel free to stick around as well. Shipwrecked, welcome. Thanks so much for your patience, and Marshall, welcome back as well. I've probably got about another 10 minutes left in me, and I'm going to be passing the room over. Alternatively, I might even close it down, so we'll see how things are going. PB, how are you doing over there? You good?
Oh, hey, yeah, no, I'm doing well. It's been a good combo so far. I'm interested to hear what Chef has.
Yeah, absolutely. And if everybody's nice to PB, she might actually do a piano recital for us all, which would be amazing. Just maybe put a thumbs up in the chat and see, just say yes for PB wanting to do.
Stop that right now.
Okay, I'll stop. Okay. Boundaries. We've got it. Shipwreck, thanks so much for your patience. Take it away.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, I love that you guys brought up the technology component to the military aspect of it, and even hit on the fact for the air superiority with the MiGs and the Tomcats and the F4s and the F4Ss. I mean, these are antiquated pieces of equipment, so that isn't something they really have to worry about. And the boots on the ground thing, we don't want to do. A lot of people are missing out on the U.S. involvement with this bombing. Is we were the only ones who could do it. I mean, we have the MOP, which can penetrate 200 feet of poured concrete. We have the only plane that can actually deliver it. I mean, Israel has some of the older MOABs, I believe, but those are lighter weight. Syria has a couple of the more advanced bunker busters, but when it comes down to it, technology-wise, we were the only ones who could have stepped in and hit those bunkers. So I think it was more of a capabilities over maybe a want to do it. But yeah, I wanted to throw that out there because a lot of people are saying, oh, well, why did we step in? It comes down to sometimes if you're the guy with the biggest stick on the block, you have to be the one to go in there and flex it off. And it also reiterates to the world that, yes, we do have this technology and you should see what we keep in the kitchen. Because I think people forget sometimes that, yeah, we have a lot of internal strife. We have a lot of things going on internally in the country, but we do come together when posed. Similar to the saying in Afghanistan, it's me versus my brother, me and my brother versus my cousin, me, my brother, and my cousin versus the world. That's kind of how the U.S. is. But yeah, that's all I really had to say. And appreciate it.
You served, right, for over a few years, I think. I remember you saying yes.
Yeah, I was active for about 8 years or so. Before my wife wanted us to see me more than every other year. I was with the U.S. Army.
Yes. Well, I was wondering, just with that, what do you make of kind of the anti-neocon sentiments that, I mean, I'm just going to label it as that. I think that it might be something else, but I'm sure you've maybe heard them, and I wouldn't consider myself a neocon by any means, but I kind of get lumped in that category a little bit for being supportive of a strike like this. What are your general sentiments on kind of the vibes of people? I'm guessing then you're millennial, young Gen X. What are your kind of thoughts about the politics at home around these strikes?
I think we do need to have a U.S.-based focus internally and put a lot of money there, but when we have the means to assist our allies, we definitely have to. Israel doesn't need us for regular airstrikes or defending their interior walls, but when it came to this particular aspect, we had to step in and interject because we were the only ones who had to do it. I think we don't necessarily need to be the world police like we have been in the past. I mean, looking at the Suez Canal, yeah, it's terrible they're shutting it down or threatening to, but how much goods do we actually put through there? We may be able to say, hey, we'll defend you if you're defending yourself. You need to put some in there. Saudi Arabia, other players within that area need to step up more and say, yeah, we'll be here to defend you when it comes to needing the big guns, but you need to do some of the local patrol work.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. That kind of sums up how I feel.
I just wanted to quick say, I try to put it in the chat, but I was up all night last night again watching the news and jumping back and forth, or not back and forth, but I went to 3 rooms, and then after healthy debates, I was like, there's trolls coming in, and I heard the Iranian president get interviewed by Fox today, and they were just like really just being nice, not like really like in like why would you stop this, and he was going on and on and on about you know, like how we have to get the Jews off the earth, and it was weird. He's like a young guy, and it reminded me of anyone you meet on here that was, you know, that we did meet, or in some of the rooms, you know. And it's like, it's a mindset that they need to, they're brainwashed almost like. And it's unfortunate because then their citizens, you know, innocent citizens get hurt. But they said that Trump did all the, like, everything he could to not do this. And I know I have a thing from last term he did about how he does not want any wars at all. And I think that's just a big thing about him actually doing it. And so that's just what I wanted to say.
I looked it up, shipwrecked. Suez Canal accounts for about 12% of overall world trade.
That's quite a bit.
Less than I expected. I thought there would be more.
Okay.
Is that in volume or a dollar amount, Marshall?
I think Siri was saying in volume, because that's kind of my question was, Siri, what percentage of world trade comes through the Suez Canal? So I'm imagining that's by volume, because I think the question probably implies volume.
Did you run it for what U.S. puts through there, or just world?
Just world. I can ask what the U.S. puts through there when I type it instead of ask it.
Marshall, P, Jordan, you guys around. I need to get some beauty sleep. So I'm gonna leave the room to you guys for the time being. Alternatively, I'm happy to close it down if nobody wants to be able to maintain it. That's fine, whichever you like.
I'm here for a few more minutes. We'll see how it goes. If it's quiet, then we'll close it down. But
Smash it, P. You do it. I'll leave it to you. Guys, if you have got a ticket, now's the time to be able to cash it in. There is a prize. First winner gets. First prize is 1 night out with P. Second prize is 2 nights out with P. Third prize is 4 nights out with Marshall.
okay.
Take your choice. Cash your tickets in, guys. Let's have some fun. And I'll see you on the rebound. Thanks, P.
See you around.
Lots of love.
All right. The stage is open right now if anyone wants to raise their hands and come up. Looks like we're deciding what direction we want to take this in. Anyone been on the stage and have something that they haven't heard that they'd like to talk about?
One of the things that I'm interested to get some perspective on, you know, although it's somewhat dated, it was a few years ago again, but the different communities of the diaspora, as well as those people that obviously many of whom are still very much connected and still are able to visit regularly with family back in Iran, there's differing perspectives on how they would like to see a future of Iran. You have this, group of people who are supportive of the Shah's former family and the idea of having an extension of the monarchy. Some people want something in between. I know all of this talk is premature, and I realize that. But as long as we're talking speculatively about a lot of these things, and we know for a fact, as I said before, there isn't a single Iranian I've ever talked to that wants to maintain this regime. That at some point it will go. It may not happen within a year. It may not happen in the next few months. It may not happen for 5 years. But these are serious issues that have to be discussed, and you have to be prepared for when it happens. And these communities, these different perspectives, need to come to some sort of understanding as to what that path forward looks like. I'm interested to learning more about that, and that is also going to be very informative for our American audience members, including myself, who are thinking, well, what should and how should we be doing things to take this relationship further? Because I think in the future, many Iranians envision in Iran that can be a close ally of the United States. So how will that be achieved without us talking about it? So I don't mean to digress the discussion, but it's one of those outlying issues that interest me, and if we can talk about that, that'd be great.
No, I think that's a great question, and I maybe I'm kind of coming from the same place you are, and what I hear a lot of, people very pro or anti regime, and then you have a lot of people in the West who are definitely anti, who came here because of the Shah and what happened in '79, and so and then I think normal questions you'd ask. Well, that was a long time ago. Things have surely changed, and people's minds have within the country have probably changed a lot over that much time, and just how realistic is a big change. How realistic is it that the new regime would be a solid ally to the West? What's the sentiment truly of the populace? And you get different answers depending on who you're talking to. It's something that's really, really hard to figure out, I think. So it's a great question.
And the other reason I introduced this question or this dimension to the discussion about Iran is that I know very well, and I'm intimately familiar with the degree of passion and intensity that people have these feelings about how should things proceed. There's a political culture that needs to be sort of also developed and grown that would allow people of varying different perspectives to be able to agree on certain fundamental points. What are the things that they would like this society to have? And granted, this is a little bit hypocritical, because when we're saying the United States or any American is saying we should have the Iranian people learn to get along with each other. Hello, we know it's hard as hell even in this country. But thankfully, not yet. We don't have a revolution that is impending anytime soon. And so in order for that revolution to be somewhat successful, people are going to have to figure out how is it that we can sort of communicate in ways where you can express these desires and concerns passionately or with some, principled, dedicated commitment to these causes, but at the same time, think about what is the end state that you really want for your nation. What is the end state? The mantra of women, life, freedom, Zen, Zindagi, Azadi is, I think, a critically fundamental point that most people could agree on. And so then you build on that, just as our fundamental origins in this country was that we wanted independence from what we considered the oppressive arm of the king from the United Kingdom and Great Britain. And with that, it started a discussion about, well, what should this country look like? Well, we want freedoms, we want individual liberties, we want certain rights and due process. And that's still a question today, but at least it's codified somewhere that these are fundamental principles. And so nobody is saying we need to get rid of due process. People are working around it, but nobody's saying let's get rid of it. Not yet, that I heard really seriously. But nobody's saying let's get rid of freedom of the press. You know? And these are things that don't exist in Iran today, right? So I think this is part of that part of political culture that we're talking about. And it's regardless of what your political persuasion is, whether you're right, middle, or left, that you have this idea that this is the basis upon which we want to begin. And you gotta start talking about that, I think.